coaching call, they showed up for something that is valuable to them. And I will try my best in the next 22 to 23 minutes, try to give you value as much as can. As a gift from my side, everyone who is joining this class right now, I made a special document, communication 50 tips on communication. I just made it while like for last 3 hours I was working on it. I'm just gonna show you. I haven't shown it to anybody as of now. You see 50 tips on communication, exam like. If you are watching this, just message me on my WhatsApp, the number you see, and I will send you this document. No charges whatsoever, no commitment. Even if you are not my student. If you are my student, of course, you will get that. That's not a problem. Okay, so let's go for the question answers. And if you are watching this video, can you put your name? What's your name and from where you are joining? I love to know you. I love to see who those people are who are watching the question answers, who are joining us. So if you can put your name, I would love to know you. Question number 26. Mohammed Shamim, good to have you. Please put in the chat box what is the right answer. What do you think is the right answer? Okay, please put in the chat box your answers so that I can here explain you. You are working on the project and the team has just shared that the cost of the project will be more than the benefit of the project. So now this is a very critical issue and this happens in more and more projects, more than even we can imagine, right? More than even we can imagine, and this happens. This is not a good thing. What he just said, the cost of the project is more than benefit. Now, this is a very important thing, Shamim, and everyone else. Put your name in the chat box so I know who is watching. If the cost becomes more than the benefit, it's a critical point here. If the cost of the project is more than its benefit, you see, the project moved in this way: business case, benefit management plan. Then project charter is created. These two documents are the cornerstone why the project was even created on the first place. Hi Rashid. So what would you do, Rashid? Put in the comment box. What would you do? So this was the reason why the project was even created on the first place, right? The project was created on the first place because of the business case. Very important. So if we look into that, the business case is not relevant anymore. The money you are going to get from the project is not relevant. And nowhere in the question it is mentioned, nowhere it is mentioned that we are doing an NGO project or we are doing for humanity. Nowhere it is mentioned. So if that is not mentioned, our assumption is we are doing this project to earn money. And if the cost of doing that business, the cost of executing is more, I need to stop the project. Now, Here comes a problem. Okay, keep doing what you are doing, keep monitoring it. Okay, both of the people, Shamim, you said close the project. Rashid, you said close the project. Do I have the authority to close the project? That's a question for both of you. Do I have the authority? Ji sir, do I have the authority to close the project? Now that's a question. Shamim, if we don't have, Rashid, if we don't have, then how you are choosing C option, B option, sorry. As I said, always out of four, two options are not there. So how you are choosing this option, my friends? How you went towards that option? That's a very important question. Like, this is the power of elimination technique, that I need to understand where the power actually reside, where the power really reside. So I want to close. This is my end result. Okay. This is what I want. But that's not my decision to make. That's not my decision to make. I am hired to execute the project. There's a term that we called as threshold limit. Okay, so when a risk, this is a risk that is being occurred now, the risk has gone above that threshold limit. It has gone above that threshold limit. I need to get it to my management. They will decide and they will say, okay, we want to do that project. Let me ask you, Rashid and Shamim, both said no, both said close the project. Is it possible that, like, the probability is very less, but let's say, is it even possible or not that you go to the management say that, okay, the cost is more, but we still want to do. There is a small probability, na? Put Manili, yes or no, Shamim, Rashid, put there is a probability, na? It's their decision. It's a decision of governance board. Yes or no? Put in the chat box. Yes. So this means I don't have authority to take that decision. Okay. I don't have what it take to take the decision. So the decision will go to them. They will decide what to do. Okay. They will decide what to do. So the right answer here become, I'm gonna escalate to the sponsor. My job as a project manager is to give them the best information. Then just like any change, the change control board decides, they will decide. So A is the right answer. Okay, since the question is almost three line, I would show what should the project manager do in future to avoid this reoccurrence. A very important line. It's a very important line. The line says that something, like, what does this line actually indicate here? That's an important thing to know. What is this line indicating? We want to avoid something in the future. What does that mean? Something bad has happened. You see, one of the reason I always ask to slow down is so that I can see the context of the question. I want to understand what the question is asked. So only by reading just the last line, what should the project manager do in the future to avoid this reoccurrence? By just looking at this line, I know one thing for sure. Something bad has happened. Bad has happened. I don't want the same thing to happen again. Okay, guys? What has happened now? During status meeting, stakeholders complain that he is getting too detailed report. There's an other stakeholder complain he is not getting detailed report. Okay, so what does I know from this line? I am making a mistake that some people are getting more information, they don't need it. They are getting a detailed report, and some people who need actually report to make the decision, they are not getting. Okay, let's go to the option understand requirement of each stakeholder and customize communication plan. One of the reason of communication plan that we use is 4 hour of communication. Right information at right time to right people to have right impact. Like, which stakeholder need detailed information, which stakeholder need less information. Every single thing should be documented according to their requirement. So here A options give the answer. Now, most of the time students just see one option and they run away. I'm going to ask you, please make this as a skill, make this as an habit to go through all options A, B, C, D. Use elimination technique, please, very important. Send video report to all stakeholders. Okay, but the thing is that there is no one who is saying that I need video or I don't need video. So that relevance, I don't see it here. Okay, so from A and B, I'm gonna eliminate B. Only share detailed report with the important stakeholder. I don't know which stakeholders are important, which stakeholders are not important. What is the problem here? So just sharing that will not help here. Okay, share one report to make sure everyone, that is a problematic of everything. People are complaining already that, hey man, I don't need a detailed report, I just need a high level thing. Like CEOs or those people, they don't have time to go through every single thing. Just give me the bigger picture. Are we ahead, behind, where are we? Okay, so I'm going to eliminate this option. A would be the right answer. Although A was the right answer, why you should always go through all option, there is a high probability that the other option can be potentially right answer. Guys, give me the answer and give me your justification. Political awareness, the ability. Okay, okay. What about you, Rashid? Okay, what project manager has done here? So it's not necessary every time the last line give you some information. Sometime it does not give you much information. So as this is the case, you are working in a project, you have analyzed the project sponsor always consult his secretary who has been working for past 2 decades about the important issues. Now this does happen. I remember, and do tell me if that has happened to you. I was working in a hydropower project and I was a senior manager there. But the country manager, when he used to come, the first thing he used to do, he used to go to the cook chef and he used to get the updates from him. Like, I was not the project manager, I was senior manager, but that chef sometime has more power than the project manager. The say that what chef says, the country manager believes more than the even project manager. So this is the same thing that has happened. Understanding this, next time you want to share something, you first share with that secretary. If he or she give comment, you modified and showed it to the sponsor. I can also call them as a gatekeeper. Like when you want to do something, you need to see your gatekeepers. These people, they control the information flow of the information and they can actually make or break. So what I have done, use communication skill 100%. This is the example of communication skill. But our manager takes update from janitor. Same thing, Shamim, the same thing that I'm saying. 100% it is communication skill. But as I said in the previous question, always go to the all elimination technique. He used emotional intelligence. This is emotional intelligence. So this is a beautiful question. I went towards option A was right. I went towards option B was right. Let's go down. He used political awareness. Okay. Now, if I go with these three options, third option is the more accurate one. Political awareness means understanding where the power lies in the organization, like who is actually making decision. Sometimes it is not present in the organization. As Shamim said, that he takes update from the janitor. So this does happen, and I need to respect it. It is what it is. You cannot say it's good or bad. Culture is, this is not a culture, this is specifically to that organization, how the person is doing. So I'm gonna go with the C option here, and that's your right answer. You are the project manager. Where should it be documented? You are the project manager for a virtual diverse team. You have people belong to all cultures. In order to make uniformity, you set the language of the team to be English. Okay. Now, this question is a very interesting question. Okay, Manali, this is a very interesting question. So yes, I put the language in team charter. Now, if you don't use elimination technique again, you will pick up an answer and you will move forward. But let's go to that. Resource management plan, not much so. Project management plan, 100% sure. 100% sure everything must be put into the project management plan. Let's go with the D option. Communication management plan. 4 hours of communication. Right information at right time to right people to have right impact. Right information at right time to right people to have right impact. Which language we are gonna use? Why to use that language? What is the purpose of this? It is put in the communication plan. This information, Manali, is also in the team charter. Both A, C, and D are right. But first of all, between C and D, which is more relevant? D. Now let's go to A and D. It is in team charter. I don't deny that. That is in the team charter. But which is the formal document? Which is a formal thing which cannot be changed. Once I set the language to English, I implement it. This team charter can be changed by the team. It's a team charter. That can cause a problem. One document that is made for this thing, who needs the information, when they need it, why they need it, how the information can be stored, is communication management plan. Manali, is it clear to you, sister, or you have a follow-up question? Put something in the chat box. I want to make sure that this is clear to you. The right answer for this question is communication management plan. Put something. Yes, good by me. Okay, let's go to next question.